I outrank him.
Yeah. Meals on Wheels reaches so many people. It's impactful beyond anything I've ever done in my life.
The meals and his friendship really means a lot to me.
Through the Subaru Share the Love event, we've helped deliver over 1.7 million meals to those in need. Get a new Subaru and we'll donate $250 more.
Put a little love in your heart.
A heart attack doesn't care what you eat or how healthy you look. No matter who you are, a heart attack can happen without warning. A Bayer aspirin regimen can help prevent another heart attack. Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen. Bayer aspirin.
Statins lower cholesterol, but could also lower your body's natural CoQ10. Cunol helps restore this heart-healthy nutrient with 3 times better absorption. Cunol has the #1 cardiologist-recommended form of CoQ10. Cunol, the better CoQ10.
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. And let me tell you something, under-eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie. This is a real man with bags and sagginess underneath his eyes. And all he's doing is taking a small amount, applying it to one eye. It's that easy. And what I love about Plexiderm is you don't have to worry about the injections, the expensive plastic surgeons, because this is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. I did this to my father at home, one eye, so that we can compare. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. The appearance of his under-eye bag completely gone. We were screaming. It was so exciting and amazing. You have an event, any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real. Those are the results you can expect to see.
Visit Plexiderm.com or call the number on your screen.
It all started with a cardboard box. It's what my colleague put his computer on when sitting all day at the office became too painful. So we designed the first Veridesk. Lift it to stand when you want to, lower it to sit when you need to.
I have more energy and I get more done.
Our boss got the company to buy them for us, and I love it.
If you sit every day for work, the Veridesk is a must.
It's sturdy and comes fully assembled. And if you don't love it within 30 days, we'll pick it up. Go to Veridesk.com to order yours.
Saturday, Tax Vote Impact. Jobs, the economy, and your bottom line. Neil Cavuto is live, breaking down every angle on a special cost of freedom.
You already have the best in TV with Spectrum, so when it comes to adding internet and voice services for your home, you need all the facts.
Myth. All internet and voice providers are the same.
Fact. Spectrum delivers faster internet and more reliable voice for less.
Myth. With internet, there's always a catch.
Spectrum has the fastest internet starting speeds for the price. 100 megabits with no modem fees or data caps for $29.99 a month. Call 844-574-1999.
Myth. Cell phones can do everything home phones can do.
With Spectrum Voice, you get more reliable coverage with features you don't have to pay extra for. Plus, get unlimited calling in the U.S., Mexico, Puerto Rico, and more for $19.99 a month. Call 844-574-1999. The fact is, Spectrum gives you the best services at the best value. Add Spectrum Internet for $29.99 a month and Spectrum Voice for $19.99 a month with no contracts. Call 844-574-1999.
And back to our top story tonight. The verdict in the case of an illegal immigrant deported 5 times and previously convicted of 7 felonies, who admitted to shooting a 32-year-old San Francisco woman named Kate Steinle. Not guilty is the jury's decision in the politically charged trial on nearly every count. David Wall is a criminal defense attorney in California, and he says this case was an utter and complete failure by the prosecutors who handled it. David, great to have you with us tonight.
Hey, Shannon, nice to be with you.
Okay, so there's one conviction on this gun charge. I do understand that could have up to 3 years in jail, some fines, that kind of thing. But he's already been in jail here in the U.S. He's been deported 5 times. This would be a 6th time, but no, confusing to a lot of folks that he wasn't convicted, okay, not on murder or 2nd degree, but at least on involuntary manslaughter, which in California is acting in a way that's reckless, that creates a high risk of death or great bodily injury. It would seem like accidentally shooting someone maybe could be argued under that framework.
Yeah, just maybe. I mean, but let's start first with he takes a .40 caliber Sig Sauer to a very crowded area, the Embarcadero in San Francisco. If you've ever been there, it's loaded with people. He ends up sitting in a chair. He looks at Kate Steinle. He fires the weapon. He shoots and kills her. That's first-degree murder by any evaluation of this case. What that would mean was 25 to life plus 20-year enhancement for using a gun and killing someone. That's 45 years to life. But as you say, let's just say that the jury wasn't convinced that he shot the gun intentionally, that it was a negligent discharge. That was criminal negligence. That's involuntary manslaughter. That would probably get him 20-plus years in prison. The reality of this, Shannon, is that either the prosecutor was grossly inept and incompetent, or this was a jury that engaged in jury nullification, which means they listened to the evidence, they evaluated the evidence, they decided to discard the evidence and come to a verdict of not guilty simply because of reasons outside the purview of the trial, as in politics.
Yeah, and I learned in my years as an attorney, you really can't predict juries. I mean, you can have some educated guesses, but when we started to hear this afternoon that there may be a unanimous verdict, I mistakenly thought, well, they're maybe going to go with manslaughter or one of these lower charges, because I can't imagine, based on what we know. Now, I didn't sit through the trial. I didn't hear every shred of evidence. His defense attorneys apparently did an excellent job, but they were not convinced beyond a reasonable doubt that's what it takes.
No, and the reality, though, is, Shannon, look at what the evidence was. I mean, this is a guy who was deported 5 times, a 7-time felon. How the prosecutor didn't manage to get some of that into evidence, it is stunning.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand that a lot of times juries are not allowed to know that. The fact that we know he's deported 5 times, they were looking for him for the 6th deportation, 7 previous felony convictions. Yeah, a lot of times that information, if you're good, you can block that from the jury if you're trying to defend someone.
Is ultra-liberal, Shannon. It wouldn't take a whole lot of poking holes in the case by the defense to walk a guy like this, a guy who shoots and kills an innocent young woman with a high-powered handgun, a crowded area. It just wouldn't. Remember, there's a lot of places in California, like where I practice, Riverside County, Orange County, many counties, the vast majority of them, where this guy would have been convicted hands down. San Francisco, that's the way it is. What are they going to do tomorrow? Give him the key to the city before he goes off to prison for 3 years? And when he gets off to prison, will San Francisco cooperate, or will one of those counties up there cooperate with federal law enforcement when he's released, so that it ensures that he's deported? I just, there's no way to know.
Yeah, I mean, because my understanding is he had served a jail sentence there in federal prison. He was being transferred to the local jail, and the charges against him that were pending from 20 years ago, there were dropped. The feds had said, hold on to him so we can get him, and they said, nope, we're just going to let him go. So you have to wonder.
Retainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a federal
retainer.
Honored. And when I first met Mr. Trump last year, by the way, this was his #1 issue. He had families of about 12 different people that had been killed by illegal immigrants on stage at a rally that we went to. This was his primary issue. This was his most passionate issue when he ran for president, and I guarantee you this will bolster the wall now. Yeah, this will bolster the fight against sanctuary cities. That will be the silver lining in this tragic case.
Yeah, there's no silver lining for the family. It is absolutely heartbreaking, and they felt today that there was no justice served, and you can't blame them.
And there
for
wasn't.
feeling that
There
way.
really wasn't, Shannon.
David Wohl, thank you for lending us your expertise. Good to see you.
Thank you, Shannon.
Well, a 6th woman coming forward today accusing Senator Al Franken of sexual misconduct, and House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi now changing her tune on embattled Congressman John Conyers, facing his own growing chorus of accusers. And just days after she called him a, quote, icon. Plus, we're hearing from Matt Lauer for the first time since his firing yesterday. Kristen Fisher's she's following all these scandals. She's got details. Hi, Kristen.
Accusing Congressman Conyers of sexual harassment, the top Democrat in the House finally said enough's enough. She's now calling on Congressman Conyers to resign.
Congressman Conyers has served our Congress for more than 5 decades and shaped some of the most consequential legislation of the last half-century. However, zero tolerance means consequences for everyone, no matter how great the legacy.
At the same time that Nancy Pelosi was making those remarks, Congressman Conyers was in the hospital. His family says that the 88-year-old was suffering from a stress-related illness, but his attorney says that he did not appreciate Pelosi's remarks, nor will he be pressured to step down.
First of all, it is not up to Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi did not elect the congressman, and she sure as hell won't be the one to tell the congressman to leave. That decision will be completely up to the congressman.
So now that the top Democrat in the House has asked Conyers to resign, pressure is mounting on the top Democrat in the Senate to do the same for Senator Al Franken. Chuck Schumer, he's already called for an ethics investigation, and it was officially opened today, the same day that this sixth woman came forward. A spokesperson for Senator Franken said today that, quote, he has never intentionally engaged in this kind of conduct. He remains fully committed to cooperating with the ethics investigation. Shannon.
All right, so from politics to the media then, Kristen, what's the latest on Matt Lauer?
Well, today he finally spoke out for the first time since being fired. He said, quote, there are no words to express my sorrow and regret for the pain I have caused others by words and actions. But he also added that some of what's being said about me is untrue or mischaracterized. It's all raising questions about who knew what and when at NBC. Lauer's former executive producer, Jeff Zucker, who's now the president of CNN, said today that he knew nothing about it.
Feel for the women who endured this and lived with it and have come forward. And, you know, obviously I've known Matt for 25 years, and I didn't know this Matt.
And this Matt is now accused of sexually harassing as many as 8 women, according to NBC's own reporting. Shannon.
All right, Kristen Fisher, thank you so much. More reaction to the Kate Steinle verdict out of California for one of that state's top Democrats.
Joseph A. Banks weekend-only specials. Reserve suits made in the USA with Italian fabrics, $2.99. Dress shirts, $29. And all merino wool sweaters, $39. The weekend-only specials at Joseph A. Bank.
Your insurance company won't replace the full value of your totaled new car. The guy says, you picked the wrong insurance plan. No, I picked the wrong insurance company.
With new car replacement, we'll replace the full value of your car, plus depreciation. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Guess what I just got? Hello, Dad. That's a big phone. Oh, my phone.
You built a flame that warmed my heart, but your lying and cheating has torn us apart. And I'm moving on.
How often do you get a good night's sleep?
I'm tossing and turning, and I'm worried, and I have anxiety.
According to a major publication, lack of sleep can impair your memory and concentration, cause weight gain and depression.
I can't think straight. My brain is foggy.
Wouldn't you like to get the kind of deep, rejuvenating, uninterrupted slumber that leaves you feeling refreshed in the morning and ready to take on the day? Introducing safe, gentle, natural, affordable Relaxium Sleep. Developed by a renowned neurologist, Dr. Eric Celeberity, Relaxium is a true breakthrough in sleep science.
I've had terrible experiences with sleeping pills, but with Relaxium Sleep, I woke up alert with no after effects.
Its triple action formula contains a proprietary blend of ingredients, which first regulates the natural sleep cycle, then relaxes the body, and finally calms the mind. In a double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial evaluating the ingredients in Relaxium Sleep, participants reported their ability to sleep improved by up to 71%, reduced stress and anxiety by up to 70%, boosted daytime energy by up to 53%, improved concentration by up to 50%, improved the quality of their lives. And it's 100% guaranteed to work. We're so confident that Relaxium will work for you that we're giving away 1,000 bottles today.
I feel so rested, and I love it because it's so natural.
You deserve a good night's sleep, so call now and try Relaxium Sleep, risk-free for 30 days. Reduce sleeplessness, reduce stress and anxiety, restore daytime energy, improve concentration.
I work better, I'm more productive.
Call within the next 15 minutes, and we'll also send you the powerful Relaxium Sleep music CD, absolutely free.
Thank God for Relaxium Sleep because it's truly changed my life.
To receive your risk-free 1-month supply of Relaxium and free music CD, call 1-800-658-2420 or visit tryrelaxium.com.
COPD makes it hard to breathe. So to breathe better, I go with a Noro.
COPD tries to say go this way. I say I'll go my own way with a Noro.
Once daily Anoro contains 2 medicines called bronchodilators that work together to significantly improve lung function all day and all night. Anoro is not for asthma. It contains a type of medicine that increases risk of death in people with asthma. The risk is unknown in COPD. Anoro won't replace rescue inhalers for sudden symptoms and should not be used more than once a day. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition, high blood pressure, glaucoma, prostate, bladder, or urinary problems. These may worsen with Anoro. Call your doctor if you have worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain while taking Anoro.
Ask your doctor about Anoro.
Get your first prescription free at Anoro.com.
For the very first time, late tonight, an American administration is releasing hard numbers on how many people come into this country based on family ties. It's called chain migration, and the federal government has tracked it country by country to show exactly what's happening. During a 10-year time frame, the U.S. permanently resettled 9.3 million new immigrants based solely on family ties. That's more than 70% of all new immigration in that period. That's according to the administration. Advocates of chain migration say immigrants often start new businesses, add to the economy, while Republicans say they hurt the economic chances of low-skilled workers, often minorities, who are already U.S. citizens.
We have current immigrants determining who future immigrants will be, independent of their ability to be contributory to our economy.
Could we do it better? Should we have more of a focus on merits? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean in the least that we don't want to be reuniting families, strengthening communities, and bringing more people here.
Mexico tops the list with more than 1.7 million admissions over that decade. We have brand new information about attempts by the FBI to control the fallout over that infamous tarmac. Attorney General Loretta Lynch and former President Bill Clinton while his wife was under investigation. Judicial Watch has been fighting to get the FBI to release documents on that meeting. Tonight, the group has released 29 pages of what it received. Now that they're heavily redacted, the documents appear to show the FBI was primarily concerned about information about details of the meeting leaking out, rather than the potential impropriety of the meeting itself. The FBI had previously told Judicial Watch it could not locate any records related to that meeting. Tonight's verdict in the trial of an illegal immigrant who confessed to accidentally shooting Kate Steinle was nevertheless found not guilty of murder or manslaughter is renewing the debate over sanctuary cities and border security. Here to discuss, Ben Shapiro, editor-in-chief of DailyWire.com, syndicated columnist and host of The Ben Shapiro Show, and Adrienne Elrod. She was a director of strategic communications for Democrat Hillary Clinton. Good to see you both tonight.
You too, Shannon.
All right, I want to read a little bit of the reaction that we have from the ICE deputy director tonight. He says this: "It is unconscionable that politicians across this country continue to endanger the lives of Americans with sanctuary policies while ignoring the harm inflicted on their constituents. Following the conclusion of this case, ICE will work to take custody of Mr. Garcia Zarate and ultimately remove him from the country." Adrienne, he's come back 5 times. This will be number 6. How will it be any different?
Look, there's no question that in this particular case, the system at the federal, state, and local level absolutely broke down. I still can't wrap my head around this verdict. I think a lot of people, as they're trying to unpack what actually happened and how the jurors came to this conclusion. But look, local law enforcement in cities that are so-called sanctuary cities will say that having an ongoing dialogue with the immigrant community in their cities is what actually makes it safer. So as a political pundit going on a television show, I'm certainly not going to question what local law enforcement think and how they want to govern their communities, but that is what they say. And you do see crimes that are lowered in sanctuary cities among the immigrant community compared to some cities where they feel that they cannot communicate with law enforcement.
All right, Ben, what do you make of that argument?
I mean, I live in Los Angeles, and I can tell you that the idea that making sure that illegal immigrants continue to be released back onto the streets rather than being given over to the feds, that is not going to lower the crime rate. The lack of trust between the immigrant community and the law enforcement community, that needs to be overcome. But that can't be overcome by simply saying that illegal immigrants should be released back into the community rather than being handed over to the feds. I mean, in this particular case, this guy was a repeat criminal many times. If you've been a citizen of the United States, here in California we have a 3 strikes law. If you're convicted 3 times in felony cases, you end up in jail for a very, very long time, for life. In this particular particular case, this guy was convicted of a bunch of different crimes. He was deported over and over and over again. He was set free by sanctuary cities that refused to coordinate with federal law enforcement. He was out. He picked up a gun. He stole a gun, presumably, and then he shot Kate Steinle. Whether he did it, whether he meant to shoot her or whether he just meant to discharge the firearm is of no consequence. When you pick up that gun and you know that it has the possibility of firing and it fires, then this is at the very best involuntary manslaughter.
Well, but not according to this jury. They said not guilty on that count as well. Adrian, do you get how this topic was such a good one for President Trump when he was running, why it resonated with so many people, and why just this one case alone really captured the nation's attention, that this is an issue, these sanctuary cities letting people go, being very permissive with illegal immigration. Do you understand what he tapped into there and why people were so responsive to that? I do understand what he tapped into, but I also think it's an absolute shame that he used this case time and time again as a political football. When the family of Kate has gone through so much tragedy and so much heartache, and to have this used in any sort of political way by the President of the United States during the campaign when he was running as a candidate, now as president, is a real shame. But look, this is a very complex issue, and I think what's important to understand here is that this is one incident. What we've got to do is figure out how to handle the 800,000 dreamers who are living here in the United States, allowing them to live in limbo, allowing a lot of the immigrant community to wonder what's going to happen, to fear deportation every single day. All right, I got to bring in Ben here really quick because we're out of time. Ben, quick response from you.
The basic notion that an illegal immigrant can commit crimes in this country and then re-enter the country at will is why President Trump won, and it's why President Trump ought to push for the construction of that barrier and ought to make sure that the American people are safe from predators like this one.
We will expect to hear more from the White House on this. Ben and Adrian, thank you both very much. Thank you, Shannon. All right, accusations that tough talk from the Trump administration is inching us closer to World War III. How real is that threat now that the U.S., the entire U.S., could be threatened by a missile from North Korea? California Democrat John Garamendi joins us next on that foreign policy issue. And later, first daughter Ivanka Trump criticized over her wardrobe choices. We will explain when Night Court convenes.
If you're 65 or older, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia that can take you out of the game for weeks, even if you're healthy. Pneumococcal pneumonia is a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that in severe cases can lead to hospitalization. It may hit quickly, without warning, causing you to miss out on the things you enjoy most. Prevnar 13 is not a treatment for pneumococcal pneumonia. It's a vaccine you can get to help protect against it. Prevnar 13 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. You should not receive Prevnar 13 if you have had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. If you have a weakened immune system, you may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most common side effects were pain, redness and swelling at the injection site, limited arm movement, fatigue, headache, muscle pain, joint pain, less appetite, vomiting, fever, chills, and rash. Help protect yourself against pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 13.
Love that photo on your phone, but wish there was an easy way to put that picture on display? Well, now there is. Introducing myphoto.com.
Who has the same problem that I have? All these amazing pictures in your phone, never to be seen on a wall, desk, or shelf. So as a crazy entrepreneur for 30 years, I've been figuring out how to make it crazy easy and crazy fast to take those pictures and make them into something special. Try it now. Email any photo from your phone to 123@myphoto.com. Here's what's going to come back. You're going to see that picture that you emailed on product that you can buy right from that email, made out of wood, metal, glass, and more.
I take my photo, I email it to 123@myphoto.com. I get an email back with the selection of the creations that were made from my photo. I choose the one I want, and it's express shipped to me.
I invented something that I promise you will say OMG by the time you're done.
I love that I can take those special pictures from my phone and turn them into the perfect gift for the holidays. You send it to 123@myphoto.com. You get an email response. You pick what you want, and you're done.
123.
I know.
At myphoto.com. I can't believe how easy it is.
MyPhoto.com products make the perfect holiday gift and start at just $10. Plus, they come with our 100% smile guarantee. Email your photo to 123@myphoto.com today and receive free shipping. But that's not all. Email right now and we'll upgrade your order to express shipping. Receive it on your doorstep in just 5 days. Yours free. Email today.
Email right now that photo to 123@myphoto.com. Millions of people have already done it. It's time that you do it today.
Try 123@myphoto.com today and receive free 5-day express shipping. Email today.
Are you worried about maintaining healthy blood pressure levels? Now there's a once-a-day supplement called Berkeley Life to help maintain normal healthy blood pressure.
Berkeley Life, a 100% drug-free way to maintain normal healthy blood pressure levels and boost energy. Available at these fine retailers.
At Outback, Big Australia is back. Our biggest sirloin, our biggest bloom, our biggest entrees ever. And if you're ready to go Outback big at home, order right now. Outback Steakhouse, Aussie rules.
The Trump administration trying to keep up maximum diplomatic pressure on North Korea in an effort to halt its nuclear program. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson still on the job, and amid reports he could be on the way out, he is continuing to lobby China to do more. California Democratic Congressman John Garamendi joins us now for his view on efforts to resolve, if there is any way, this North Korea issue. Good to have you tonight.
Good to be with you.
What do you make of this latest missile launch? Because now we're talking about something that experts say could reach every corner of the U.S.
Well, the experts are quite correct. It could, and it's probably not going to take very long for North Korea to figure out how to put a nuclear bomb on top of that missile. Well, it's a very, very serious situation. But the non-nuclear situation in North Korea and South Korea is equally critical and serious. North Korea has thousands of long-range artillery and missiles that could rain down on South Korea. Talk of war going on. It's possible that there could be some incident that could set off a war. The tripwire is really taut in that area. So we have to be very, very careful. What isn't happening is the diplomatic effort. A lot of talk around the edges, but really to sit down and to try to figure out how are we going to get away from this situation.
You should be talking directly with Kim Jong-un?
Absolutely.
You do?
We should have been some time ago. Even in the previous administration, we should have been.
Will it validate him as a murderous dictator?
Is there any doubt? So what's...
No, will it validate, though, his role as a world leader when we know what he's doing to his own people?
A fellow that has a nuclear weapon and threatening you, a fellow that has the 4th biggest army in the world and threatening your allies, you have a choice. You can go to war, or you can negotiate some sort of a resolution of it. And I think that it's possible to have a resolution.
After 25 years, do you think that there's something we could accomplish through further diplomacy? That they've bought time this whole time that we've been doing that?
Well, there was a period of time when the nuclear enterprise in North Korea was set aside. That fell apart when some would argue the United States failed to carry out its piece of the agreement. That may or may not be the case. But nonetheless, there is an opportunity. Consider for a moment, what is it that North Korea wants? They want to be able to have their own country. Kim Jong-un wants to ensure his reign. Whether you like it or not, he wants his security. What does the nuclear weapon give him? What does the intercontinental ballistic missile gives him? It gives him a sense of security that if we or South Korea were to try to push him out of the way to somehow decapitate him, he has a very, very big weapon.
There are not any good options left on that front. I think everybody agrees on that.
Negotiations.
Okay, other than negotiations, which often works apart, I want to quickly ask you, because of the Kate Stanley case, happened not far from where you are, your reaction to the verdict tonight?
What happened in San Francisco, the jury? We rely upon a jury to see through a case. That's the essential of it. This man never should have been in the United States. A terrible tragedy for the family and certainly for the situation. But the jury is the jury. That's what it's all about. Now, what do we do from here? Well, we've got to make sure that we secure our border. We've got to make sure that we have a comprehensive solution to this immigration chaos that's going on. that Congress has failed to do that.
Yeah, and it's a heavy lift, and we know there are
Sure.
many challenges along the way, bipartisan and otherwise. So we'll watch to see the fallout from this case and the need to reform the entire system. Congressman, thank you for coming and talking on both fronts tonight. Good to see you.
Always a pleasure to be with you.
All right, we're back right after this.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable, just like some people like wet grocery bags, getting a bad haircut, overcrowded trains, turnstiles that don't turn, and spilling coffee on themselves. But for everyone else, there's DirecTV. For #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable, switch to DirecTV and for a limited time get a $100 reward card. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
I love your vest.
Your crochet purses have wonderful eyes.
In the modern world, an app can help you find your perfect match. And with Esurance, Coverage Counselor can help you find great coverage that's a perfect match too. That's auto and home insurance for the modern world. Esurance, an Allstate company. Click or call.
It's happened to you before. Turn the ignition and all you hear is clicking. Another drained car battery. JackPack is a rechargeable lithium-ion jump starter that attaches directly to your battery. No more jumper cables. Its built-in air compressor fills flat tires, pool toys, and more. JackPack rapidly charges smartphones and tablets. Use super bright LED beam and SOS modes for roadside help. JackPack is ultra durable and easy to stow. Don't let a roadside emergency ruin your day. Get free shipping when you buy yours at jackpack.com now.
Transracialism. A Caucasian man from Florida who identifies as a Filipino woman. Hear Jadu's first-hand experience in a powerful interview on Tucker Carlson tonight.
At Dave Knapp Ford in Greenville, we support our customers. We want your business for life. This month, get up to $6,600 off a new 2017 Escape. Visit us today or view our entire inventory at DaveKnappFord.com. Save with Dave, and he means it.
We are dedicated to serving our community in Piqua, Ohio. We are your locally owned Grace Christian bookstore. We're happy to announce our grand reopening with the brand new renovations that include areas for everyone. A ministry space, coffee bar, a wide selection of books, fast internet, and most importantly, a welcoming atmosphere to bring the Christian community together. We welcome you to join us, whether that's for coffee, studying, shopping, or just to say hello.
Looks like we have the tree about ready for Christmas.
You know what it needs, a Ram 1500 under it.
Make this season of giving extra special with a new 2017 Ram 1500 during the Black Friday event at Irwin Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Troy.
You're right, the truck does look great under the tree.
There's always room for a new Ram truck. Irwin Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
I-75, exit 69, Troy.
This season, pick your power. Steel fuel-powered equipment is the #1 selling brand in America, and the Steel Lightning battery system delivers the power to do more on a single charge. Get the all-new BGA 45 handheld blower for just $129.95, or pick up the popular MS 170 chainsaw for just $179.95. Pick your power, then pick up a Steel. Visit SteelDealers.com.
Visit Brookville Rental and Sales in Brookville or Nugs Lawnmowers in Covington, Piqua.
Dave Knapp is proud to have supported community programs for over 23 years. And now, at Dave Knapp Ford Lincoln, save up to $13,000 off MSRP when you buy a new 2017 F-150 Super Cab. Shop our entire inventory at DaveKnappFord.com. Save with Dave, and he means it.
We pass no judgment on these stories, but present them to you, the jury, for your consideration. Ivanka Trump visited India this week, and her wardrobe choice sparked a New York Times style writer to accuse her of cultural appropriation. Trump wore Indian-inspired patterns, fabrics, and cuts that appeared to reflect traditional garb. But that wasn't enough for the Times, or maybe it was too much. It's hard to tell because the Times asked, quote, where is the line between culturally appropriate dress and cultural appropriation? Another critic quipped her outfits were a superficial assimilation of culture. Well, earlier this week, the Metro Transit system here in D.C. rejected a Catholic Christmas ad from appearing on city buses during the holiday season. The Transit Authority said it could not permit the ad because it promotes religion. While the Archdiocese of Washington files suit against the city, the lead pastor of Church on the Hill, D.C. is taking matter into his own hands. Reverend Patrick Mahoney says he plans to carry the band image in protests and ride city buses all over the place. And according to a report by ABC News, the NFL has agreed to pay $89 million to social justice causes as it continues to face anthem protests during football games. 25% of the funds will reportedly go to the United Negro College Fund, 25% to Dream Corps, and 50% to the Players Coalition. League sources reportedly said they hope players will stop protesting as a result of the big payouts. Well, coming up, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas here in Washington, D.C. President Trump marks another first. That's next.
You're wired with 100 billion nerve cells, so when aggravated nerves cause pain, use New Salonpas Lidocaine Plus. One anesthetic numbs nerves fast, while maximum strength lidocaine calms them for hours. New Salonpas Lidocaine Plus. Also try our lidocaine patch.
Each day, Justin chooses to walk. At work and after work. He does it all with Dr. Scholl's. Only Dr. Scholl's has massaging gel insoles that provide all-day comfort to keep him feeling more energized. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
My wife and my father were infected with an early ransomware. This was personal. PCmatic used a foreign-made blacklist. We built the only whitelist antivirus to close the security holes in the blacklist right here in the United States. We won the industry's most difficult test. My kid's school paid an $8,500 ransom. Now it's more personal.